Today is day 60 of the 90-day fast. I'm down to 351, which is about 79 pounds from 430. Once I'm below 300, I'll be at my 2009 weight range. After previous weight loss attempts in the past, I keep expecting this to plateau, but it just doesn't. I do feel much better before I started all of this. A friend recently asked me what the most noticeable changes were, and the first thing that came to mind was my range of motion. I also don't get fatigued like I usually do during the day. So for this video, I'm just going to do what the pros and cons are of this fast. Let's start with the cons. I'm pretty limited when it comes to activity, and if I do push myself too far, I will get lightheaded. It seems like it's a lot easier to get dehydrated. Where before I could get away with not drinking as much water, if I'm not hydrated, it could lead to fainting. Fainting has happened one time due to dehydration and high level of activity. Luckily, it wasn't that bad, only left me with a couple of bruises. There's also low blood pressure, which is probably due to my meds having too easy of a job now, and I can't really just stand up too quickly because of it. Because of this, I try to stand up a lot at work to keep the blood circulating. Socially, it is a bit awkward just going to restaurants and not eating and just getting a sparkling water. Some people don't want to be rude, so they don't even plan going to restaurants with me. In the beginning, I was actually invited to a wedding, I think in like either week 1 or week 2, and I had to just leave during the reception due to temptation. I still get hungry just like I normally would. Stomach growling, all that, but it's usually right around the time I normally take my supplements, and after that feeling goes away. Luckily water suppresses hunger as well. The pros from the fast are somewhat obvious. Out of all the methods, this seems to be the fastest way to lose weight. You lose weight about 1-2 pounds a day. You also save a lot of money from not buying food. As I mentioned earlier, there's also the lack of fatigue and more range of motion. I'm not sure if other people would consider this a pro, but people telling me they're proud of me is kind of weird. This is because I view fasting as doing nothing, and I really never heard people tell me that in the past. Another pro would probably be my skin clearing up. Unfortunately, I won't know how successful the autophagy is until January 2020. This is when the annual test for my heart to see what the fracture rate is. Luckily, I've had the same tech the last 2 times I've had this test, so hopefully it's the same tech the next time to keep the variables the same. If you've actually been keeping up with these videos, a shout out to you. We are now 30 days away from eating again.